If you're not following Gary Janetti on social media, you're missing out. His Instagram has gone viral with nearly 1 million followers. Janetti's an Emmy-nominated writer and producer known for his work on Family Guy, Will and Grace, and more. He's also a best-selling author, and he has a new book out, Start Without Me. I'll be there in a minute.
Gary Janetti joins us now this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me, guys.
So I read that in your childhood, you spent very little time outside and instead were watching Carol Burnett episodes. At least you had good taste.
I did. Thank you. I think so. Much to my mother's horror, yeah. I would not go outside in the summer. I wouldn't leave the house. I just watched TV basically all day, every day.
But it paid off for you and for
It paid
us.
off.
Right?
I didn't know, but I was training myself for the future.
What was it about growing up in the 70s? Do you think we idolize it in our minds, or was there something really that's still sweet that connects with people about that time?
I don't know. That's a good question. It always feels like, you know, there's a bit obviously of nostalgia for that time. I think we're just about to go into the computer era. I mean, I'm the first generation of computer games, so I am aware of, you know, that and experience that. But it also, there was something, we didn't have a lot of children's programming, right? There was Sesame Street. It just started when I was a kid. So we watched adult programming. I think I was watching, I was watching All in the Family and Maude when I was 6 years old.
Right.
Mary Tyler Moore when I was like 6 years old, 7, staying up to watch all those shows. So I think, now, of course, kids wouldn't be watching All in the Family. But then there was this sense of like, okay, we didn't really think too much about it. So as a result, I kind of think maybe I formed as a tiny adult sooner maybe than I should have.
I read that you were a big fan of The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, which I thought I was the only person whose fan. My dad's like, oh, this is a great movie. We should. And that Hard Candy Christmas song, I love it.
I know. Well, I write about my youth and growing up in Queens, and during that time, there were a lot of commercials for Broadway musicals. And so, before the movie, it was a Broadway show. So the Broadway show, I was kind of obsessed with seeing, and I took piano lessons. And the piano teacher, would give us one of the books we learned. I hated taking piano lessons, but when I would have show tunes, and one of them was The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, and one of the songs I became obsessed with singing over and over and playing on the piano was Hard Candy Christmas, which is I write about, which I didn't obviously know what it was about. It's about, these hookers leaving the whorehouse and not knowing what they're going to do with the rest of their lives and having no place to go. And I was this 10-year-old kid singing it at the piano every night, belting it out. And my mother would always be like, sounds good. Nobody was really listening in the 70s. Years later, when I was like, oh my God, that's what that was really about?
God, it's so true.
I'm looking at your list of pet peeves, and you have one in common with the morning show staff here: destination weddings. What is it that you hate about those?
Yeah, I do. I write about destination weddings. When I was a kid, again, going back to the 70s and 80s, when my parents went to a wedding, they came back the same night, not 3 days later. They didn't come back with luggage. They came back with almonds in editing that they gave them, and a matchbook.
Right.
It's a lot. It's like there used to be a few, but now it feels like every wedding you get invited to is a 3-day corporate retreat. So it's not for me.
And you were a big fan of gym class growing up too, huh?
Yeah, I didn't, I was not unfortunately very good. I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to play football, and I was, so afraid to go. So I went to a Catholic school. So I went to the guidance counselor, who was a lovely nun, Sister Wilma, that I write about, and I made up all these lies about all these horrible things that were going on at home. So she would take me out of gym every week, and I kept digging myself in deeper and deeper.
Oh,
I was like, my parents are going to have to get divorced. That's the only way I'm going to get out of this.
It's true, though. Those gym classes back then were no joke. You're climbing ropes. Hanging from the poles. It was not easy.
Yeah. I didn't know how. I'd never learned how to play football. Now you can go on YouTube and watch a tutorial. I could have figured it out. I could have learned something. Then I was really left to my own wits.
You write a little bit about OCD, and I've learned that everybody has a little bit of it, and especially when you're kids, and sometimes they're funny things you do. What was yours?
Yeah, I do have a bit of an OCD kind of a thing. Mostly numbers, how many times that you have to count certain things have to be the right number. I guess that's not a little, that's a big one. But yes, lots of counting, lots of, superstitious kind of stuff like that. Yeah, I kind of discovered lots of ritualistic things, now today it's the same coffee every single day. It's always, and if that's off.
Yeah, it's working for you. So,
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks. You've got to turn it into something.
Right? Well, your Instagram is a great follow, and it's a great book. You can read Start Without Me and follow Gary on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you so much for having me.
Have a great day.
Time now for